happened, and another time I encountered these things where I was kind of like, well, maybe there is something to this. This happened way later. Let me pull up my notes here and get the right reference of when. Okay, then in January, I was in transitional space-time, running through doors, and I think it was the hotel then too, actually. Running through different doors, I come across a point, or a choice point, if you will, and in space-time, and I'm seeing in between doors. I stop for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, those hybrid fake alien things. There's a lot of them. But they don't look, they're kind of fake. Like, they look semi-real but fake. It's hard to explain. But it was like, it's a lot of them. They had this, like, puppet or animatronic sort of, like, leader. It was kind of like, almost like you'd see in a Disney ride. I was like, this shit's real? Like, no way. A fake alien invasion? That's an interesting concept. And so, and in that moment, I kind of had some other little things happen, but I went through the door, and, but yeah, so I'm sure a lot of us have heard of kind of the conspiracy theory of, the fake alien invasion. Now, I'm not saying that's what I think is going to happen. I'm just saying it seems like that possibility is out there. You know what I mean? It's possible. So that's the fake alien invasion stuff. So I guess to sum that one up, fake reptilian hybrid entities, puppet leader, animatronic leader, kind of like someone in disguise. Actually, I guess that's a good way to put it. It was like the leader entity of something in disguise. The ship's like fake. So, kind of important symbols there, I guess. So, on to the next one. Okay, another experience with what appears to be maybe extraterrestrial contact. Dreaming. This is the blonde hair and blue eyed story, I guess. It's probably the only experience I've ever had that really was like some other ones where people say they wake up or either in their dream or in their waking life, whatever, around something around their bed. This is the only time that's ever happened to me. And I was actually, I think I was taking a nap at the time, and I was waking up. In the dream, I knew I was like dreaming. But I remember I wake up in my dream, and I'm like, I'm not in my body right now. I'm in some other place and time. That's what it felt like to me. And I'm like, there's these 4 freaking blonde chicks around my bed. This isn't like one of those dreams. Like, this isn't one of those. Wow, what's going on? But I realized, yeah, they're all fairly tall, not extraordinarily tall. Blonde hair, like blue eyes. So it's like that movie too. And they had like necklaces with like big blue stone or something. What was weird is because like in that sequence, because it was almost like I was watching more than I was allowed to participate. I was consciously watching this. I guess is a good way to kind of say it. And what was interesting was I got to see flashes of this because it was almost like I was like seeing into the future of like almost as if, I guess the feeling I got left with, it was almost as if this dream was kind of indicating something like this kind of encounter is going to happen because that's how it felt when I was watching it. And what these people you're going to meet have arrived and are essentially very excited for this event that you're kind of getting a glimpse into to happen, to sync up in what this global consciousness calls time or reality. And that's kind of like the overall feeling I got. It was like kind of watching an ultra memorable event through, my own perception of time within, myself. And it was really, really interesting. It's really cool though. So I remember having these conversations. I remember watching these conversations, not being able to hear anything, and or control the speech because it seemed like I was talking but I couldn't hear anything specifically. And I could tell there was, conversation, and it was kind of weird because it was like almost like if you get a chance to see or live out those times when you're thinking, I can't believe I'm here, oh my god, this is happening, while something just surreal is happening in front of you. It's kind of like dreaming about that time, from that point of view, over your shoulder, where your consciousness is like, oh my god, going insane, while you're trying to keep it together and do this thing you're supposed to do. And it's kind of like, I got a chance to kind of be that consciousness. And it was pretty cool. So that's what it kind of looked like. It was like, like an astral handshake. It's like, can't wait to taste on this. But it was definitely mutual from the experience of that. But yeah, that was a time I had an experience with taller, like, I don't know, I think it's too known too. Taller, blonde hair, blue eye, necklace wearing people. Seemed very nice. But yeah, that's that experience.